Hey guys, MultiClassicGamer here. Welcome back to more SpongeBob SquarePants Adventure of Flying Dutchman on PlayStation 2. In the last episode, we start downtown Bikini Bottom, the second world of the game that you actually complete. Wait, is it listed next? Okay, so yeah, it's just listed as downtown in your to-do list, but yeah, it's the second world after Bikini Bottom, or the first world if you don't count Bikini Bottom, because it's technically the hub world. Anyways, we have some more deliveries to make with the Krabby Patties. And dang it. Okay, so in between this episode and the last one, I without thinking about it, came over and talked to Mr. Krabs, and thus activated getting the Krabby Patties, so that way we can deliver more, so we're going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, basically my point is that I missed the dialogue, unfortunately. Well, you guys missed the dialogue for Mr. Krabs. Basically, he's just saying, find the two workers that place the order. Some of the other workers might take the food from you. Order up. Literally, that's what he says. I've played this game so many times I can actually memorize what he says. But first of all, you want to deliver the first Krabby Patty to Patrick.
Krabby Patties? I'm saved! Now we can play Mermaid Man for as long as we want! I put your costume in that tent over there, SpongeBob! Watch out, evil! Here we come!
Alright, so with that, we unlock the Mermaid Man costume. Let's give it a try, because we're actually going to need it for certain objectives here in downtown Bikini Bottom, particularly in the construction site. Now, as I said before, you are hardly ever going to use any of the other costumes. That reigns true, because you only have one reason to wear the Mermaid Man costume in this level. And that is these right here. These bolts you have to shoot to cross the... You have to destroy to cross this chasm here. Literally. And you have only 4 of them to hit, too. So it's just super jump up to this one. And then you can super jump up to this one. Now, basically, yeah, as you can see, your main attack with the Mermaid Man costume is the water balls, which are helpful for attacking enemies from a distance. But again, then again, you can still achieve the same effect with the jellyfishing costume. I mean, obviously you can't hit as far away, but you can still, it's just as effective, honestly. It's no more effective to hit enemies from far away or up close. It doesn't matter either way. But there's our P. And here's another minor difference with the PS2 version. So you can actually see through this roof here, so we can see what's below us. So, yep, just another difference. They have transparency available, I guess. Actually, yeah. That's one of the differences between the PS2 and the GameCube version is transparency with certain surfaces. So that's one thing they have to give the PS2 credit for, is being able to do that more properly than the GameCube version. You see that too in the puzzle, like in the puzzle area too, with SpongeBob's eyes too. Like when you're inside SpongeBob's head, you can see outside SpongeBob's eyes. You can see the level that you were in. So yeah, that's another reason the PS2 version is slightly better. Sans loading glitch, obviously. Okay, so with that, that's all the use we have for the Mermaid Man costume, literally. So let's just get back into our fishing gear costume. That, you know what's funny though? They have it as the default costume, not the SquarePants costume like your default SquarePants costume. No, the jellyfishing costume is the default option. It's the first option on that list. It's the one you press the X button to access, which is the main button on the PS2 controller. So that alone means that the game developers knew that they were making this costume pretty much OP, essentially. These lobster guys are the only construction workers that actually hurt you. Now just let this sink in. Those lobsters were the only 2 construction workers, and then there's 2 foremen. That's it. That's literally it. The 2 foremen that you have to deliver the Krabby Patties to. Let's go ahead and do that real quick, actually. And after we deliver to the 2 construction foremen, we'll be able to access the high-rise apartments, which is the 3rd area of downtown Bikini Bottom. As I mentioned, there are 3 areas in every world of the game. 3 areas that the game has to load, essentially. Examples are in Bikini Bottom's SpongeBob's house, the Krusty Krab, and the outside area. Those are the 3 areas in the in the hub world. In this world, it's the regular downtown area, or as it's known, the business district is what it's going to be called later on. Here are the construction sites, and finally, the high-rise apartments. Actually, come to think of it, I think Sandy's Freedom is a think Sandy's Freedom is actually an exception to that, and we'll see that when we get there, when we explore more of it. But for now, let's just deliver this last Krabby Patty to the last foreman over here. There we go. So we got $5 from our first delivery in the business district, and we've gotten $10 each from delivering to the foreman. So how exactly are we going to get up to $200 this quick? I have no idea, but hopefully, because we only have one area left to deliver to, right?
Another bag of delicious Krabby Patties served up hot. Who wants a slice of this cakewalk now?
This delivery won't be easy at all. 3 different parties called from the high-rise apartments.
That's interesting. So we had 1 delivery in business district, 2 deliveries here, technically, with the 2 foremen, and now we have 3 deliveries in the high-rise apartments. So is that somehow going to get us up to 200 sand dollars? I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe the people in high-rise apartments are extremely rich and like to overtip delivery workers. If so, good on them for that, you know? But I guess we'll find out later. Anyways, I have some business to attend to real quick here. So let's talk stats here real quick. There are 7 of the Dutchman's treasures to find in this game. There are a total of 63 letter tiles. There are 9 in each world, basically, so 9 times 7 equals 63. There are 1,660 doubloons, 1,660. Now, that number could easily be off because essentially differences between the GameCube and PS2 version, but from what I can understand, that's the about the total amount of doubloons in this game, so it's less than the Game Boy Advance version. And one thing I do know for certain is that there are a total of 221 jellyfish. And you need 150 of them in order to progress, well, actually, 150 plus the numbers you get in each, that are required in each world to get the letter tile, basically. Sans Sandy's Freedom, because, you know, there's no jellyfish in that world. But yeah, basically you have to oh my god. Anyways, my point in saying this is that in order to complete this game, or just finish it, let alone complete it, you have to collect at least 75% of the jellyfish in this game. At least 75%. I'm being very generous here, too. So, that's all the more reason that you have to wear this fishing gear costume all the freaking time. And thus listen to the fishing gear music over and over and over and over and over again. So, one of the things I remember saying, okay, so I'm going to give a quick shout here just for the heck of it. Pie Guy Plays. Just because of the fact that he actually did a Let's Play this game a couple years ago, and he's someone I actually happen to watch a lot. It's like he's a channel, his main channel, Pie Guy Rules, I've been watching for years now. And he started up a Let's Play channel around, well, many years ago as well. And a couple years ago, back in 2017, he did a Let's Play of this game, as well as Battle for Key Bomb, SpongeBob SquarePants, Movie Creature from the Krusty Krab, Truth or Square, and Super Sponge on Game Boy Advance. When he started LPing this game, that is around the time I started watching. Okay, so now we're ready to go to high-rise apartments, which is this way.
The first address is apartment 9. I wrote down the other 2 addresses for you. Make sure to visit both buildings. Good luck.
Anyways, the reason why I bring him up is because he actually brought up a good point when he was doing his Let's Play of this game. The jellyfish net should not have been its own costume. It should have been available with every costume. That would have fixed so many problems with this game. Well, it would have fixed one of the main problems with this game, with, you know, being the music and all. I mean, it fixes the music issue, well, somewhat. I mean, you still need more than 8 tracks for, well, 9 tracks for a game, obviously, of this size. As small as it is compared to other games, you still need more than just, you know, 9 tracks. Okay, so let's explore the right building first. Then we'll explore the left building, then actually make the deliveries. We just made the first one already, though, at apartment 9 over here. But yeah, that's a major point that he made that I strongly agree with, is the fact that it should have been just a plain, it should not have been its own costume, basically. And they know this, I mean, well, actually, not necessarily the developers of this game, but they actually knew this because in Battle for Key Bomb, they made it so that you have the jellyfish thing that no matter what costume you have, well, the thing is there's no costume in that game, but still, like, it's available by default in that game. Not that you have to collect jellyfish anyways to begin with in that game, but still, you get my point, okay? It should have just been one of your main arsenals that you had no matter what costume you're wearing. So that's basically the point I wanted to make. So with that, here we are again on the high-rise apartments. It's apartment 10 right here. This is the highest apartment on the right building. We're going to make our way to the very top of this building, though, because there's other stuff up here, like doubloons and jellyfish and a layer tile, actually. But yeah, the sound effect of this wheel rotating, that's another sound effect that's specific to the PS2 version. Not to mention the lighting on that lighting effect on the, the lighting effect on the giant jellyfish, which, by the way, after we're done with this game, they will be the only inhabiting jellyfish of this entire world. Because yeah, we're going to make the 221 jellyfish of this entire ocean floor extinct, basically. And all that will be left are these giant jellyfish. The only inhabitants, the only jellyfish inhabitants in this world. Which is pretty sad if you think about it. Very, 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 very sad. Okay, so we have a little tutor here. Now this little tutor poster right here is actually foreshadowing one of the characters we'll meet later on in the game, actually. Like a little ways later in the game. There's one of the giant jellyfish real quick, but let's go ahead and hop over here, actually, because yeah, these doubloons, because why not? So yeah, 221 jellyfish. There's also a total of 580 sand dollars in this game. You know, again, we're hoping to get at least 200 of them here in downtown Bikini Bottom. Now you want to hover on this, or hang on that hook there, and that will get you access to that platform, which will take you up here to the higher part of the left building. Up here, you'll get a letter tile on the plumbing of the second building, which is called high-rise plumbing. So we're getting really close here. We've only got 2 layer tiles left, and I will tell you right now that this first time in downtown Bikini Bottom, you are not going to complete this world. You're not going to get all the layer tiles. There are specific areas of this game you have to backtrack to, and downtown Bikini Bottom is one of those areas. So don't be disappointed if you finish this area, seemingly you don't have all layer tiles, because you're not going to have them on the first go of this world. So don't be discouraged. I know, I was the first time here. Alright, let's go ahead and get this green jellyfish right here. And this should be it for everything on the left building, I do believe. We have these doubloons here hanging from the rope there, but don't worry, we'll be accessing that rope via hook, actually, so don't worry about that. Here, jellyfish, thank you. So like this, I should probably explain what the different types of jellyfish do, because I haven't really been doing that at all whatsoever. We've been playing this game for 4 episodes, or is this the 4th episode? I think, yeah, this is the 4th episode now. So, pink jellyfish, as you can see right here, follow a set path. They do not deviate from that path regardless of what you do. They are not affected by you approaching them or anything whatsoever. And they are the only kind of jellyfish that are not affected by you walking near them, basically. Okay, that's... Oh, we're not supposed to be on this side anyways. I'm going to go to... There's only one delivery on the right building. The other delivery is on the left building, so don't worry about going to the right building anymore. This apartments 1 through 4 will be accessed here on the left building. So we go up here, and this apartment 4 right here. Alright, now there's one more delivery to make. Bad snail. Yay, animal abuse! It's okay, though, because the creature was biting me. It bit me first, so that's why... You know, animal abuse is okay in this instance. Okay, excellent. Not funny whatsoever. Alright, let's make that last delivery, and then we'll be ready to go see Mr. Krabs once again. But yeah, I'm starting to get a little concerned here because we only have, like what, 55 sand dollars. That's kind of concerning. Wait till we get to the top here because it's easy to touch, accidentally touch the jellyfish stingers on your way down to apartment 1. So you gotta be careful. Yeah, 70 sand dollars. Still need 130 more before we can get that gift for Sandy. So what the heck is going on here? Maybe we have another delivery.
I just need a few more sand dollars, and then maybe I can get Sandy a gift.
Well, this is your last delivery. 4 orders have been called in from this neighborhood.
Let's get that pink jellyfish. Then we will get these doubloons. And I don't think there's any doubloons on this hook right here. We need another one of the hooks in order to access the those other doubloons I was looking at on that rope. So we need to head on back over to the right building so we can get to the right hook. That'll take us to the rest of those doubloons. And those should be the last of the doubloons of downtown Bikini Bottom as a world. But we'll see, because I could easily be wrong here. Wait. So yeah, due to the fact that there are the slight differences between the PS2 version and the GameCube version, my doubloon count could be off. Because I happen to know there's some areas of this game that are altered between the PS2 and GameCube version, like some slight minor alterations, I guess. And because of those alterations, my doubloon count could be off for the PS2 version, but it should be correct for the GameCube version if you're playing that version. Okay, 320 doubloons. We are at 99% once again. This happened also the previous playthrough I had this game when I was practicing for the PS2 version. So I'm not quite sure where those last doubloons are, or that last doubloon. I think it's still. I'm pretty sure it's 321 doubloons in downtown Bikini Bottom. Yeah, it's 321 doubloons. 29 jellyfish. We have all 29 jellyfish. I know that. So we're doing good in that front. Well, let's go ahead and make that last delivery, and then we'll worry about this later. So, anyways, to get back to Business District, you can take this entrance right here, or elevator, actually. Yeah, this elevator goes to the Business District, which is the original area of downtown Bikini Bottom we were in the last episode. Or you can go this way to this elevator to go to the construction site. So, there you go. You always have access to the other 2 areas, no matter what area you're in of downtown Bikini Bottom. So, for instance, in construction site, you can get to Business District and high-rise from there, and vice versa with the Business District and the high-rise apartments. So, as of me doing this Let's Play, y'all, right before watching this starting this LP, actually, first, for one thing, I recorded the rest of Barnyard, but also, I marathoned SpongeBob Season 11.
Your first destination is 88 Albatross Avenue. I saw someone else who looked like a delivery boy, so be careful. Hurry up, lad! Time's running out!
Okay, so these last 4 deliveries, you're on a time limit of 240 seconds of all times, whatever. Seems kind of random, but either way, your first destination is 88 Albatross Avenue. The second one is 24 Seashell Street. The third one is 10 Stormy Way. And the last one is 10 Seashell Street, I do believe. I could be wrong there. I'm pretty sure it's 10 Seashell Street, but okay. So yeah, I saw Season 11 of SpongeBob, and I was actually really enjoying that season, actually. I can agree SpongeBob will never be as good as he was in the first 3 seasons, but, to be fair, I think that the modern SpongeBob is good in its own right. It's good if you think about it as a different show, basically. Because I love how Oh, okay, it's 11 Seashell Street is actually the last delivery, but yeah. I just love it as a different show, basically, is what I mean. That's all I'm trying to say. So, think about it that way. I think Modern SpongeBob is actually a pretty good show for now. It wasn't... I went through a rough patch, Season 6 and 7. Very rough patch there. But I think since then it's gone up a little bit in quality. Of course, the passing of Steven Hillenburg is very sad, but... As well as Ernest Borgnine and the actor who played Barnacle Boy. I know he also passed back in May this year, so... A lot of terrible, tragic passings recently. Okay, so now we have 10 Storming Way here. But yeah, I think everyone can all agree their least favorite episode of SpongeBob Season 11, and I personally agree with it as well. Squid Noir. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We all know what episode it is, so you guys we can talk about it in the comments below, actually. But for now, let's go get that last of the 4 deliveries and see if we can do it in. Okay, so we did in almost half the time, just barely over half the time, but whatever. Not a big deal. Hey, what's this? It's Patrick. What's up, Patrick?
Here's your food. Thanks.
Patrick, did you just deliver food to my customer?
Hiya, SpongeBob. Are you delivering food for Mr. Krabs too?
Patrick, I am the only one delivering food for Mr. Krabs. Now tell me what you're doing here.
You think you're the only one who can be a delivery boy? Well, I have a job now too, and it's not my fault that you're slower than me. So if you'll excuse me, some of us have work to do.
Mr. Krabs would have told me if he hired someone else. No, there's something definitely funny going on here, and I'm gonna find out who's behind it.
Okay, we finished those deliveries, but we only have 70 sand dollars. What the hell is up with that? What the hell's going on here? And I'm still missing that one doubloon. I can't see it and find it anywhere. I guess what I'll be doing is I'll go ahead and explore the rest of downtown Bikini Bottom and see if I can find that missing doubloon. But otherwise, that's going to be it for today's episode, y'all. Join me next time where we'll start off with, hopefully if I find that last doubloon, we'll start off showing you guys where that last doubloon is that I missed. And then we'll go talk to Mr. Krabs and end off the main mission here, okay? See you guys then. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye. Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode of Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. I'd like to give a special shout out to currently my only patron, JC, the Texas Scratcher. If you like what you see, consider supporting me on Patreon and subscribing and clicking the like button for notifications. See you guys in the next video tomorrow. Bye.